I don't want to repeat anything the noble lady, Lady Chakrabarty has said in her very moving contribution earlier, nor anything the noble Lord Thomas of Gresford has said. But perhaps I could remind the noble Lord the Minister that we're talking about people who don't have much money. And very often they're in the worst position of their lives in that they've lost somebody they very deeply love. They are not really at the point in their lives when they can cope with the sort of pressure that the government is making happen to them. And quite honestly, the government is so penny pinching when it comes to things like this, or student education, of course, or any number of other things, and yet it doesn't make multinationals pay their taxes. So I don't understand why we ever think Conservatives are good at running the economy, because I think they're rubbish. Because every death in custody of any sort means that the family is bereaved, and therefore they may not be thinking clearly, they may be extremely upset. And so the injustice is perpetuated for them, and they are re-victimised because the inquest system is unable to give them the sort of justice that they need. Without equality of arms against the state parties, effective justice is extremely difficult to achieve. And the issues come up time and time again. The arguments are very well rehearsed. The government has access to unlimited public funds to instruct the very best lawyers, while the bereaved must navigate complicated legal aid applications in the vague hope that they might be awarded a scrap of money towards their legal costs. It just sounds so mean, so absolutely mean of the government. And far too often the outcome is that inquests and inquiries seem to have resulted in a damage limitation exercise, an exercise in saving reputations and finding excuses. I had a grandfather who was killed in the Senghenydd mining disaster. 440 men and boys were killed in 1913. And the mine owners were brought to court on various issues, and they actually paid a total of 5.5 pence for every life lost in the mine. And this reminds me of that we just don't understand the sort of pressure that we put on people when we don't allow them the legal means to achieve what they need to achieve. And a bit like the Sue Gray report, everybody is told that they have to wait until the inquiry is finished, and there's another excuse, another delay, until possibly years later the authorities hope that just everybody's simply forgotten about it. And of course, here we all want justice to be done, and we all want life to be fair. That's why I'm in politics anyway. But these proposals are not fair. And I really hope the noble Lord the Minister will meet members of Inquest, because they can give him first-hand understanding of the sort of pressure and the sort of pain that families experience. And justice won't be seen to be done until families are given automatic, non-means tested legal aid on a footing to that provided to the state parties.
My Lords,